Alright, so we finally have Ark Survival Ascended's Aberration release upon us. I know it was delayed a bit. I just got back from holidays just last night, so I've woken up to this. And we have Aberration Ascended and Bob's Tall Tales Steampunk Ascent now live. So, it looks pretty crazy. So it is not the Aberration that we're used to, so I'm looking at this not through nostalgia goggles. Let's look at this Aberration drop like it's something completely different, because it is not going to be the same ab that we're used to, and I think that's the perspective we've got to take on Ark Survival Ascended. Not look at it like it's a, supposed to be a nostalgia fix of the old ab we're used to. I'm going to look at it like it's a fresh drop, because obviously you guys saw there's a blimp which is like a tech skiff in this, and there's a few things that are going to make the map completely different, because this used to be the no flyer map, and now we can traverse a lot easier. We've got grapple hooks with the spider, we've got the blimp to fly around. It's going to be pretty crazy, very, very different, and I don't think extremely PvP orientated, but we've just got to take it for what it is. So they say, strap on your goggles and gear up for an incomparable journey to the dark heart of Aberration. Brave this lethal underworld with a trusty clockwork robot, voiced by Alan Tudyk. So they got Alan Tudyk. They must pay so much money for these voices that they don't need to do. It's so crazy that they spend money on this stuff. Anyway, besides the point, defy the subterranean depths by airship, or swing from the luminous spider silk in the new Cosmo Tame. Gum up adversaries with viscid projectiles and evade attacks. As you saw in the video, you can actually use a new gun that lets you bounce around, and then you can use it on people as well, and it sticks them in place, so that's gonna be wild. It says learn to identify, extract, and transfer useful DNA traits between creatures, so that's a cool new mechanic. So there's some cool new stuff coming. I can tell you it's going to be very broken, but let's have some fun with it. I'm not going to look at it like it's, it's Aberration 2.0. It's Aberration, it's modded Aberration. And it's going to be fun for what it is. I think let's take it with grains of salt when it comes to PvP. Don't expect it to be balanced, but I'm just going to play it for a week or two and see how it goes, and then if it's fun, I'll keep playing. We'll see. So they say Cosmo, the web-slinging companion, uses its webs and sharp instincts to navigate danger. So it's a infinite grapple, which is pretty wild for the meta of the game. And then we have the new steampunk style structures, like your own brass-clad workshop like this, which looks pretty cool. So a new texture pack, I think. Hopefully it's like, I'm guessing it's going to be metal tier. This is cool, because I've always wanted, nice aesthetics, and I always thought with Ark Survival Ascended we were going to get new skins for everything. So that's great to see. There's a large clock to speed up time. That's interesting. That'll obviously only work on single player servers. You won't be able to change the speed of the server on the server you're on. Maybe in your base radius though. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. That's the robot. Obviously he's going to do some automated stuff in our bases. And the Zeppelin Platform to hover the world without worry. It's like crazy that they advertise the Zeppelin Platform as the ability to hover the world without worry, because the point of Ark and Aberration was that you had to worry all the time. It used to be the most challenging map, and now you're just going to fly around in it. Anyway, besides the point, let's be positive. Let's look at it like it's fresh. And there's so much more. So there's crazy, traps you can put on the surface by the looks of it. Kind of wild. So, as this is just basically going over Aberration, a derelict malfunctioning Ark. So if you guys haven't played Aberration, it's basically an Ark that got switched off and went underground, and, Rockwell took it over, and it's really... it's got lots of tech and element on it, growing natively, because Rockwell's taken over half of it. It's got some awesome cool creatures like the Rock Drake, and the new creatures they've added. So it's all underground, and it's brutal. At least it used to be, but now you can fly around. It might not be so brutal. Either way, it's going to be fun. So if you guys haven't played Aberration, it's pretty good. But it's not going to be sort of the challenging brutality that it used to be. So tame new creatures, discover 15 new creatures. That's obviously meaning all the creatures from old Aberration that have been added to Ark Survival Ascended. You've got lantern pets and things to get around as well. And the crab as well for farming is awesome. And the Reaper Queens, obviously. So some really crazy meta changes with the tames that come with this. And there's 50 unique items as well. So as you guys know, there's lots of things like hazmat suits, wingsuits, zip lines, things like that, climbing picks. So that you can get in the mesh nice and easy. And they say conquer new challenges with the maintenance system. There's earthquakes. So there's earthquakes and gas leaks and element chambers and things like that around the map. And an intriguing storyline. So obviously you can fight Rockwell. So they say what's new with this update. It's obviously a remaster of Legacy Aberration with the structures, items, and environment with a lot of new things like the Yeeling, the Aberrant Oviraptor, the Aberrant Gigantoraptor, Phaselosuchus, new breedable creatures, so now you can breed the Basilisk and the Karkanos, which is wild. And there's new wild babies around the map for a lot of the creatures. And they've added a new cinematic lighting mode, so they can make it look really cool if you want. They've added the AMD fidelity, so we might get some more performance on AMD cards. The Aberration Ascension fight, similar to Scorched Earth. To retain the element through Ascension, you will need to store the element in a creature before the Ascension cutscene triggers, so make sure you guys do that. Charge nodes now have transmitter function, so that's crazy. So the charge nodes, if you guys aren't aware, is where you charge your batteries on Aberration, and now you can use them as transmitters. That's pretty wild. Reaper King levels will now scale with the player's level, so when you're taming Reapers, they will be off the player level. That's interesting. Wild creatures are now found with various traits, opening the greater utility and customization of your tames. So there's going to be some new traits you can find on the creatures out in the wild. They added new inventory UI support. New Aberration Ghillie skin, that's cool. Stone Tree platform, Wood Cliff platform, and Tech Sleeping Pod can now be placed upright. Very cool. So lots of changes here. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be very interesting. They've done a lot of bug fixes as well. I won't go through all those for you. And we obviously also have the other big thing is the Bob's DLC Tall Tales Part 2. So 2 new creatures, Cosmo, the web-slinging spider. So you're going to want to get this. It's really pay to win. Without it, you're going to be screwed. And the robot is actually part of the pack. So you get the... Oh, and the Zeppelin. So you're going to be screwed. Obviously, very pay to win. You have to get Bob's Tall Tales. I hate it. It's ridiculous. It's like, you know, they said we wouldn't have to pay for these DLCs, but they're making us pay for the DLCs, because if you get it without this, then you're not really getting the DLC. So very slimy, very shady. We're going to be positive, though. Let's ignore that. So that's where you get Cosmo and the robot. And the Zeppelin, you got the weapons, and the goo gun as well is in that. So they just didn't lean, they completely just threw it all in for pay to win. They don't care at this point. They're going to force us to pay. Like, you know what I mean? It just should be optional. Make it skins and we still would have paid. It just feels slimy. But we're gonna stop doing that. Let's not worry about that sort of side of things. I'm here to just show you guys and tell you guys about what's going on. But I will, you know, talk about things that are a bit funky still. So we got the structure sets too. They come with this, the steampunk structure sets. So very cool, very cool. What do you guys think of the new Aberration drop? Again, I don't think it's gonna be great for PvP balance, but it might be fun. A lot of new stuff to play with. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna jump in. I've just got back from holiday, and I've been playing a lot of Once Human, you guys would know, and I'm still going to play Ark, so don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. We're going to check these things out when they drop, and hopefully Ark brings it back with Aberration here. So let me know in the comments what you guys are excited for, and I'll see you guys in-game. I'm going to live stream once I'm downloaded, so stay tuned for that, and we'll check it out together. I'll see you guys there.